Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Deborah Aurora Says, and the topic of this video is going to be it's not hard, it's new. It's not hard, it's new. And I got this inspiration from Pinterest. I was making another vision board and I saw it and I was like, oh, I might as well just talk about it. Did I write any draft down? No, so I'm just going to, yap, like I always do. Yap, like I always do. Anyways, so I just started learning how to drive again. And I see people driving and it looks so easy. But when I learn it, why does it feel so hard? Why does it feel so hard multitasking? Like trying to hold it, trying to do your window, your shoulder check, and trying to turn it feels like doing something at once, and it was so overwhelming. And that's why I was like, let me talk about it. And then I thought about my journey through school and graduating and learning how to do new things. And this is actually the process of learning, because it's not hard. It's just new to you. It's just new to something you've never done before. And once you haven't done something before, the first time is going to be hard. I remember when I was learning how to ride a bicycle too, I fell several times and I almost gave up. Why? Because it felt hard. Because what? I have never done this before. And that's why I say don't give up too early. Actually, I didn't say that, but there's some sayings that, especially if you're working, if you got a job and you don't like it, some people say give it 6 months and see if you like it. Give it a year. A year we're pushing it there. We're pushing it there. But give it like 6 months, 2 months and see if you like it. And if you don't, you gotta dip. That's also with like going to school or choosing like a course. Some people and that's why they have the time for withdrawal, and they say, oh yeah, you can withdraw from this course without this affecting your GPA. So that gives you the grace and the time to know whether you like something or this doesn't just fit you. So all this to say, some things are it's just because you are new to it, and that's why it feels hard. That's all I'm gonna say. I remember when I was small too, and I was learning how to cook, and the first time I cooked jollof rice, I remember me and my brother were at home and my mom had gone to work and we were hungry, so my brother decided, okay, let's cook jollof rice. But the rice was hard and there was still water flowing, and to us we did a good job. And that is so ironic, because when you're a child and you do something new, you don't even you don't even try to you don't even see it as hard, you see it as fun. So that's another thing. When you're trying something new, see it as a fun way to add something to yourself rather than seeing it as something you need to achieve. When you turn it into something fun, your brain associate. Oh my god, being Nigerian, I have the S factor. So your brain associates with that, and then when something is fun, it feels more so easy than seeing it as something you have to achieve. It feels hard. And I'm not saying that this is like if you're writing an exam, of course the pressure is on you to pass. That way, like the fun part is going to go out of the window. It's like, yeah, it's time to get into business and to start on business. But while I'm saying keep it fun, keep it lighthearted, I'm talking about in the beginning when you're just learning, keep it fun, keep it playful. So if you're learning how to cook, rather than just jumping into, oh, I must be a best cook, see it as like an hobby. I learned how to bake bread too, because I've just been home lately. And instead of seeing it as, oh, I have to be perfect in this, or this bread has to come out very perfect, I decided to just do it and, detach from the result. I think that's also another point, detaching from the result. And I know it's very hard, especially if it means a lot to you. It's hard to detach from the result. But once you detach from the result, it's more easier to commit to it. It's just like, it's also like dating during these days. And although you might want a relationship, or although you might want something deeper, it's also like, first of all, you start playful. You see if this person is what's that word? If this person, oh gosh, my brain. Well, if you're a match, let's just use that word. If you're a match with this person, and it's fun, first of all, before you become serious. So that's the same thing. And sometimes we feel like we need to just jump through and become perfect. That was the same thing with driving for me. I felt like I have to become perfect all of a sudden. And I called one of my friends after I failed my first driving test, and I was crying, and she told me, she was like, girl, not in that tone, but she was just like, girl, how long have you been learning how to drive? And I looked at myself and I was like, ooh, it's just been like 3 weeks. And I clocked myself. I was like, ooh, okay, okay, okay. Let's keep it moving. I shouldn't be hard on myself. You know, it's like, don't, when you're trying something new, don't try to compare yourself to those people who has been, who's, is it what's been or who's been in the game for a very long time. Don't try to compare yourself to them, and don't try to put yourself in that expectation that you have to achieve that very, like, you have to be like them. No, you don't. And I think that's also the thing with trying something new. It's like it takes time to become perfect at something. You don't just get it once and for all. And some people are blessed, you know. They get it actually once and for all. And I wish I was part of that population, but unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I am not. So here I am trying to remind you that although something might be new to you, if you're learning a new skill, if you're, you know, in a new school, if you're in a new environment, if you just moved places, if you're working somewhere new, give yourself some grace. Of course, it's going to feel hard because this is a new place and you haven't gotten used to what it feels like. This feels like I'm writing a future letter to myself also. But give yourself some grace, okay? And yeah, I just blanked out right now. But yes, that is all for today. I hope if you made it this far, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you do have a great week ahead. And yeah. Bye, 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 bye.